Jarrett, Bill Belichick just said that Cam Newton absolutely will be the starter moving forward. Was the team made aware of that as well?
I mean, I don't think. I mean, look, the message after the game wasn't anything about that or anything of that nature. I mean, the message after the game was, we all have a lot to work on. We all have a lot to work really hard on to get better, to improve, and that's where our focus needs to be. Our focus needs to be, coming in, starting tomorrow and getting better and working, and doing everything that we can to get better and to, improve on a daily basis.
And just for you, has it been frustrating at all that the only opportunities that you've had have come when you're kind of thrust into the game and maybe not given a regular week to prepare for that situation?
I mean, look, from my standpoint, I prepare each week like I'm the guy. Whether it's film study, getting ready for practice, going through, the playbook, whatever it may be. I always prepare like I am the guy, and so. I can't control those types of things. I can control my effort, my attitude, and how prepared I am for the game, and how ready I am for the game, and that's what I'm going to continue to do.
Next question, Mike Giardi, followed by Henry McKenna.
Jared, what went through your mind, or what did you see when you threw the ball to Julian in the right flat?
Yeah, I mean, I just
get picked.
Yeah, I just gotta place the ball better. That's really all it is.
When you're, as Doug was mentioning, when you're thrust into that situation, especially when a team knows you're going to be throwing every down, sort of what are the challenges for a quarterback in that spot as opposed to you have some diversity in your game when it's even score or whatever?
No, I mean, I think for me, it's just to come in and be like I am, coming in prepared and to, run the called play and try and execute it to the best of my ability. I mean, that's my job, and that's what I'm prepared to do, every time I go out there, and that's what I'm going to continue to try and do.
Next question, Henry McKenna, followed by Max Cirillo.
Hey, Jared. I know Doug just asked about Belichick's comment that Newton is absolutely the quarterback going forward, but what's your reaction to that? How are you feeling about, where you stand in the depth chart?
I mean, look, like I just said, those types of things I can't control, but what I can control is how I prepare, and the things that I can control is, how much film I watch, how prepared I am for that game coming up, and the game plan and everything like that. And that's, regardless of what's going on around me, that's what I can control, and that's what I'm going to continue to do.
Next question, Max Cirillo, followed by 11 Reed.
Hi, Jared. So for your performance today, you talk about, finding things that you need to improve on. What do you feel you need to do better based on your performance today, and what can you do to improve going forward based on that?
No, I mean, I wouldn't say it's one single thing. I mean, I think there's a lot of things that, I can personally work on, and obviously the throw to Julian, I gotta, place that ball better. Can't leave it inside on an outbreaking route. So, there's a lot of things that, I can personally work on, and, as a team, I think there's a lot that we can work on, and that's what we're going to do, moving forward.
Next question, 11 Reed.
Jared, how you doing? Coach talked about it, and so did David Andrews, and they talked about execution and it just being a struggle. Why has the execution on the offensive end been such a struggle to point from the board?
I think, this game, the game of football, it's not just about, one person doing something right or, three people doing something right. I mean, when it comes to this game, all 11 guys have to be on the same page, and they have to do their job to, and to be able to execute at the highest level. And, right now we're just falling short on that. But I do know that the locker room is extremely eager to get back to practice. I wish we could, practice tonight, honestly, just to get back into the swing of things. I mean, that's just really what it comes down to. All 11 guys being on the same page and doing your job. We preach that all the time of, do your job. And, I think the game of football, you have to be able to do your job in order to execute plays.
And real quick, how you just mentioned it, how quick do you want to get this taste out of your mouth, kind of get back to practice and kind of get back to maybe playing a little bit much better football than you did today?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're coming in tomorrow morning, and we'll get right back to work and watch the film and do what we can to get better, and put our best foot forward, and put our working caps on and get back to work.
Next question, Mike Reese, followed by Chris Ryan.
Jarrett, the last 2 games, you've been the number 2 quarterback, and I'm curious, how has that changed practice for you leading up to the games, if at all, in terms of, you moving up one spot up the depth chart?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's changed dramatically. There'll be times where I get reps with the ones and that sort of thing, just a couple reps here and there. But other than that, my approach to practice, all of that has always stayed consistent and has always stayed the same.
Next question, Chris Ryan, followed by Dan Roach.
Hey, Jarrett, what would you say are the biggest things you've learned about what it takes to be a high-quality NFL quarterback through this game and also back to the Kansas City Chiefs game? Biggest lessons learned about what you need to do in order to execute the position the way it needs to be?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing, first of all, is ball security. Making the right decision, making a good decision. When that presents itself, and really just trying to rally those guys in the huddle, and being a leader, and that's something I always strive to do each and every time I step in the huddle, lead those guys, and I think that's something I've learned obviously from last year and into this year from Tom and now Cam, and a lot of the guys in the locker room that have been here for so long. I think that's one of the biggest things for a quarterback, and that's something I always try and work on as much as I can. So, there's a lot that goes into it, but I'm just ready to get back to work, starting tomorrow, and try and get better for Buffalo.
Thanks.
Looks like Dan Roach, followed by Mark Daniels. Sorry.
Hey, Jarrett, just how frustrating a day was it for you, for Cam, the offense? And what were the conversations like as the game went on the bench amongst you guys and with Cam about trying to get going, trying to get him going, trying to get you going as you went along?
Yeah, I mean, I think the message, basically stayed the same throughout the entire game. Is really you just gotta. We can't look too far ahead. Nobody can try and do everything at once. You just got to keep chopping wood, and that was kind of the message, throughout the entire game, at halftime, so on and so forth. And once you put one good play together, you got to put another play together, and so on and so forth. And so, I think that was the biggest message. And guys, we're really trying to do that, throughout the entire game. And like I said earlier, we just fell short a little bit, and we all have to be on the same page to execute things the right way.
As a teammate, how much do you feel in that situation for Cam and the day that he went through? He certainly struggled.
Well, I mean, it was a lot of things can happen throughout a game, and I will say he's a fighter, and I've learned a lot from him this year, and he even whenever I went in, he came over to me and kind of dapped me up, and kind of gave me a word of encouragement. So he's definitely a great player and a great person, and I know all of us are going to be itching to get back out there this week and get ready for practice.
Final question, Mark Daniels.
Hey, Jared. I should ask, how much confidence do you have in just the quarterback room and the offense that you guys can collectively figure this out and improve upon the last 2 games?
No, I have a lot of confidence in the room. Like I said, I mean, we all are extremely eager to get back to work tomorrow. Whether it be myself, Cam or Hoy, or whoever it may be. I know we're all itching to get back out there and learn from our mistakes from tonight, and try and get better moving forward. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Thank you very much, Jarrett. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, guys.